After heading the ministry in charge of Ukraine's army for over 550 days of war, Ukraine's president replaced Defense Minister Oleksiy Reznikov in the biggest shakeup of Ukraine's defense establishment since Russia launched its full-scale invasion in February 2022. I'm Dr. K. I'm a political scientist who specializes in political communication, and that includes understanding how decisions are made, what the power dynamics are, and how to make sure you can pick up on information that's presented for only a small circle. Well, changing a defense minister during a war is a big deal. It's also a good sign if you're looking at the democratic health of a country. Reznikov was not tied to any of the recently discovered corruption cases in Ukraine's Ministry of Defense, like military doctors taking bribes so men could avoid conscription. A minister stepping down or being replaced means that where authority is, there's also responsibility. Compare that to the level of corruption in the Russian military and the fact that Sergei Shoigu has been Minister of Defense of Russia since 2012. 57-year-old Reznikov won't fall hard either. It's reported that he'll be the new ambassador of Ukraine to London, a post that Zelenski conveniently cleared just over about a month ago after Vadim Pristaiko was critical of Zelensky's level of gratefulness towards Western supporters. But why change? Reznikov played an important role when it came to the procurement of Western weapons and when it came to laying the groundwork for a possible NATO membership. But he's not a military guy. So the new defense minister, Rustem Umerov, is? Also no. The change might have to do with the stage of the war Ukraine is in. The 47-year-old Umerov has already established a reputation for negotiations. He was part of the March 2022 Russia-Ukraine negotiations right after the invasion, where it's reported that Umerov, along with others, experienced symptoms of poisoning. He also participated in talks on establishing the now defunct export corridor for Ukrainian grain through the Black Sea, and he was a prominent negotiator on prisoner exchanges. He has a clean record, and he's not even from Zelensky's party. And he's from Crimea, the area that was illegally annexed in 2014 by Russia. A Tatar, Umerov was born in Uzbekistan, where his family lived in exile after Stalin expelled the Tatars from Crimea. His history is a signal to politicians and policymakers in Europe and the United States, some of who suggested that Ukraine just hand over Crimea in exchange for peace. Some think that it would be pretty hard to ask a Crimean Tatar to do that. So what should we be watching for? Umerov and Zelensky are on the same page about Crimea. But if anyone will have to negotiate a peace that has anything to do with Crimea, Umerov would be one of the few people that Ukrainians would accept to do this. Feel better informed? Stick around. I'm Dr. K.